Hey folks, this is Nick O'Malley and Kevin Dillon here with MassLive after the Patriots' 26-10 win over the LA Rams, not the St. Louis Rams, which is a strange mix, especially when they had the 2001 Super Bowl team out here talking about how they beat the greatest show on turf and they were the greatest effing team on earth.
Troy Brown let us know.
It was a heck of a game, it was weirdly historic with the way they brought the 2001 team out, and then Tom Brady sets a record for most wins in NFL history. It was a lot of records and thinking back and history and trying to frame things, and which is good because it was a really boring game otherwise. The Patriots kicked 4 field goals. The Rams did nothing on offense. They did not eclipse 100 yards until after the 2-minute warning. My favorite stat was one that Kevin Duffy pointed out. Other than before the Rams hit that 66-yard pass in garbage time, they hadn't even hit 100 yards of offense. They finished with 162 yards, which we're going back to the Johnny Hekker thing, which is probably the most entertaining part of this week. He averaged 53 yards a kick. The Rams totaled just over 3 Johnny Hekker punts of offense today. And that's really all you need to know about what was entertaining in this game. And then Troy Brown scored at halftime.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, if you're talking about the most entertaining part of the game, it was just kind of watching Johnny Hekker because, Belichick talked about it throughout the week. He was like, Johnny Hekker is this
He's
great
a weapon.
punter. He's this weapon, and, everyone's like, okay, he's a punter. But, man, Johnny Hekker was the Rams' weapon today. He had the 76-yard punt. He had that one right afterward. They punted it. It was on the 60-yard line, just stopped dead, and then went out of bounds. And so, as far as the Rams go, that's probably the most exciting thing they had going for them today. Todd Gurley only had 11 carries, average.
Who? Todd? Who's Todd?
Todd Gurley had 3.5 yards per carry. Jared Goff was not good. He had 2 interceptions.
Completed less than half his passes.
Yeah, and to be fair, throughout the game, his receivers were just dropping pass after pass. Kenny Britt dropped a ton of passes, and then he salvaged himself with that touchdown late, sort of. But Malcolm Butler had the interception off the tip, and then Jabal Shear did a great job of
getting his hands up, batting that pass down.
Yep,
and they forced the interception on that other one, right?
Exactly, yeah. And so he was the one that kind of forced a bad pass that Kyle Van Noy picked off. So it was a great performance for him. Chris Smith asked how Danny Woodhead do.
Danny and Brandon, not a lot from them in the running back field. It was such a weird day because the Patriots really today was a kind of an epitome? Yeah. It kind of summed up all the Patriots' greatness. They've been great since 2001. It's kind of this is them laying the framework of what they do so well. It's the team first thing. Today was a big special teams game. All the things that were emphasized in today's game, like special teams and defense. And Brady wasn't throwing bombs. He completed 70% of his passes, and he finished 260 yards. And on the other side, the Rams are kind of junk, and they extended Jeff Fisher for 2 years.
It's hilarious.
Where did that come from? Why?
Yeah, Jeff Fisher, the team the Rams team does not look like a team that's going anywhere. And, they might not even make the classic Jeff Fisher 7-9.
They might not make 7-9.
Which is real sad. But, I think we learned a few things about the Patriots today. One thing is how we learned a little bit about the defense is that it's not going to give up. The defense has been kind of criticized the past few weeks for not being very good. They gave up a lot of yards to a bad 49ers offense, gave up a lot of yards to a bad Jets offense. But then against the worst offense in the league, they did okay. So they've got that going for them. And, there's a degree of difficulty factor here. They were not playing against a good offense. But, for them to
This is exactly what they were supposed to do against the Rams.
Exactly. So, good for them for doing what they can to against a bad team. They'll have a tougher test against the Ravens next week.
Yep.
Meanwhile, we learned on the Patriots offense, we got a little bit of a glimpse as to how the offense will look without Gronkowski. We knew what it would look like without Gronkowski because he hasn't been playing the past couple weeks, and he wasn't there at the start of the season. But we saw a lot of targets from Malcolm Mitchell.
And, Malcolm Mitchell looked real good. He's very promising. He's quick. The Patriots apparently really like him with his ability to make yards after the catch. They get him out on quick screens to say, hey, here's the ball, go make a play, which is great and not something they have in all their receivers. And they really need him to step up if Danny Amendola is going to be out for any extended period of time because he left with an ankle injury because Cyrus Jones still can't field a punt.
Right. Well, that's because of the weapon. But yeah, Cyrus Jones had another tough day fielding punts. Now Danny Amendola is sidelined. Not sure what his status is. I know I saw that he was with a boot. Right?
Boot and crutches, according to Karen Gregian of the Herald. That's not great. The Patriots don't have a lot of receivers on the roster. They have Edelman and Mitchell, and
maybe it's DJ Foster's time, but I mean, he's
Matthew Slater's not even here for the random deep bomb right now. The Patriots are really they're down Gronk, they're down Amendola, and they're God forbid down Slater. So, like, if they lose another receiver, it's gonna be really tough for them.
Yeah, I mean, this offense, it's almost like last year the offensive line was really banged up. I think I remember the defense being banged up, but this year, I mean, the Gronk's gone now, Amendola's gone, and I mean, you got Dion Lewis back, but then I mean, it's going to be interesting to see how they work out this offense. It looks like it's going to involve the running backs a lot. You saw a lot of targets for James White and Dion Lewis today.
A lot of runs early on. The first drive, Dion Lewis, James White, and LeGarrette Blount all got a carry. This is a really good indication of what this offense can do if they're spreading the ball around more instead of like Gronk's a centerpiece, but they don't have a centerpiece anymore. They're going to have to even things out.
Yeah, I kind of like the idea that they gave a carry to each running back just to let Jeff Fisher know who was who.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it was another strong game from LeGarrette Blount. He's closing in on 1,000 yards. I mean, who would have thought? I mean, this year, I mean, in the preseason, we were wondering if he was going to get cut. I mean, like, he...
no, the Patriots are going to sign Matt Forte, and Blunt's gone. No,
yeah.
Apparently not.
Yeah, I mean, they've been using him, and he's been getting space. It's been tough to tackle in space because he's so big. I mean, he's closing in on 30. A running back that kind of runs his style usually doesn't do what he can do at 30 years old. But, I mean, then again, we always say he's just a big scat back. So.
Yeah. And really overlooked in this game was Stephen Gostkowski hit 4 field goals, 3 of them over 45 yards or longer. This, like, and it wasn't even... he just came out, no one was in panic mode, and like, oh, yeah, Gostkowski's fine again. It hopefully continues like this, but that was really encouraging to see because there are some problems with this team, and you really don't want Kicker to be another one of them, especially with, like, they've committed to him a long time, and he's a great kicker, and it's great to see him bounce back with a good game like this.
Yeah, so, I mean, overall, just kind of everything went right for the Patriots. I mean, everything went right for Johnny Hecker, but, I mean, it was a pretty boring game, and then now the Patriots get to move on and take on the Baltimore Ravens, and that'll be a lot more fun. I think I did earlier in the season the best games to watch for the Tom Brady Revenge Tour, and this is
gonna be a good game.
Top couple. So I mean, it's going to be against Harbaugh. It's going to be against the Ravens, who have just been such a problem for the Patriots in the past. It's always a great game, and the Patriots are ready for it. I mean, they were talking about it down in the locker room. They're all ready for next week already, and they took care of business here, and next week's going to be a lot of fun.
All right.
Yeah.
We'll be here next week, or is it away? I should check the schedule because it's one game at a time, one Facebook Live at a time.
Facebook Live at a time.
But until then, stay tuned with MassLive for more Patriots coverage. We'll be here cranking out more stuff, and we'll be back during the week, more Patriots stuff, and we'll catch you all later.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, folks.